natural. Hello, good afternoon.
Good morning, good evening, wherever you are.
Wherever you are. I am sitting outside with dear Afie, and we thought it's time to share one of our deep conversations about spirituality, on feminine, masculine energy, and how it serves us, and to record this conversation to share with you all.
So it's feminine, masculine?
And spirituality. I have a couple of questions I want to ask you. So if it's okay, I will ask the question, and then, dear Afie, you share your wisdom and intuition with us. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay. So first of all, the word spirituality we throw around a lot. How is that different than being religious? What is the difference between the two?
So the guidance that I receive, religion is not a bad thing. Religion is bring people together. But if there is no separation, then religion and spirituality, it's almost the same thing. The difference is people, they think that you're spiritual, you're religious, you have a limited belief, but actually spirituality and the religion could be the presence of unknown infinite power, the confidence, the faith that you have when you're in the space of love and compassion and peace. And as long as you don't get disconnected with the essence of who you are. I know people say, what is essence of who you are? Mm-hmm. The essence of who you are is trusting the unknown and trusting the feeling that you have through the expansion of love and kindness and peace to one another and yourself. Mm-hmm. What that means to be present with how you treat yourself, with your thoughts, with your emotions and others. Religion could be the same thing if there's no separation, but unfortunately, religion, it changed the direction to life of contrast. Mm-hmm. This is better, that's not good, this is a, right way to practice, spirituality. This is my way, that, this is the only way. So there is very complicated platform that the society or collective created, and that's why we have war and separation. And so going to separation means you forgot the essence of who you are, that you forgot that you're one with the space of love. That means if you can feel love within your heart, within your soul, that means you can connect to all that is. You can be who you truly are. You don't have to lie, you don't have to change your way of doing things, and you because from the space of love and compassion and peace, you're qualified to expand for the highest benefit of yourself and others. Yeah. And if you're not in that space, you question that, you pause and say, why I'm thinking this way, why I'm judging myself, because in that space, you're not qualified to judge ourselves and others. I don't know if that's clear enough.
It makes so that's what was, as I'm listening to it, my thought is, as I've gotten older and maybe wiser, I rather identify myself as spiritual than with a religion. And the reason is there's a lot of judgment. It's, if you're not my religion, you're going to hell, you're not good enough. If you don't believe how a family should be, how people should their life the way according to my religion, you're not good enough. And there's all of these contention and judgment. And that's where I feel like there's that division, unfortunately, between religion and spirituality. It's okay to have a religion that resonates with you and follow it, but to impose it and to be very judgmental, that's where it defeats the love and peace that you're talking about, correct?
We'll see, yeah.
We'll see.
In truth, we're all spirits, you know, and there's no separation. You cannot change that energy of your spirit, your soul. It's you cannot change this air that you're breathing, and we're all breathing the same air. So there is you exist. That means you are spirit. You exist. That means you're being loved and protected. You exist means your love itself. You cannot change that. You can deny it with your negative thoughts, but it doesn't feel good to you. So when we start feeling ourselves and one another, it won't be any war, it won't be any confusions. But sometimes we numb ourselves for some reason, whatever we need to learn in this life.
So another thing, as I've known you, and when we talk about how to center ourselves, how to de-stress, how to focus, you talk about the light. You tell me, Monir, you are the light. Tap into that light. Connect with the light. And when you say that, I think of spirituality. Can you talk about that? That what does it mean that we have a light within, and how do we connect to that?
So the light that we are talking about is not just the light, like a switch, you turn on the light. It's about the clarity and the stillness of your mind. So when you have the intention of life is working on my behalf, I am being guided at all times, I'm being protected, and you trust that this light, it's always take you to different directions. So you have to trust this light, even if this light goes through the darkness. You have to tell yourself, I'm following that because I know who I am. How can I say that? It's like a relationship. You're faithful. You're faithful to yourself. You're faithful into your partnership. You're faithful through the mirror that you even look in the mirror, because through that reflection, you see the true of your essence. And the essence is you believing that you're a spirit, and you never got disconnected from that light that we talk about. So if the light takes me to darkness, you have to trust the way. The only way to trust it, to stay calm, to stay clear, and to stay connected. That means you ask for help and guidance. Say, okay, Source, Divine, I know where you're taking me. I know that through this life lessons, through this darkness, through this shadow, through this confusion, there's something within me that I have to release as I am going through this darkness. Because if I'm not going through this darkness, I am not being connected to that true light that we talk about. And you trust that road that you're traveling, you trust the way. And then when you pass that darkness, you go to the light. The more you practice, the more you build the muscle, and say, oh, okay, so next time, if I'm in the situation, let's say, losing a job, going through the relationship, separation, whatever it is, you trust that there's something within this experience that you needed to declutter, to set free in order for you to remember who you are. That's sort of part of our contract, to hire each other to remind us that I am the light itself, I am the love itself.
So let's say you gave the example with a job or relationship. So let's say I am right now, I was in a meeting and now I'm angry. and I'm frustrated, and it's end of the week, and I'm tired and stressed. That's not light, correct? I'm not in touch with my light. But it could be a lesson if I handle it the right way.
If you're aware that you're stressed, that awareness is the key.
Ah,
If I'm aware that I'm stressed right now, you're holding the torch. You're in light. Because when that awareness is going to help you to follow the guidance of the light.
so how can I be aware? Because we get so caught up in the world that we then lose in touch with ourselves.
Practice. We have to practice to start feeling ourselves. Feel everything. Everything you say, everything you do, everything you hear, question everything. If you have problem with that, in the Expressway to Clarity book, there are homework that it helps you to stay present. It helps you to get connected to your thoughts, to your emotions. It's available in Amazon if you like to buy it.
Clarity.
And Expressway to Clarity. And the more you practice, the more you build muscles. And then you get to the point that you're always aware. But practice staring at a candle, or practice looking at the rose or the flower. Practice when you go walking, you just focus on the bird singing or focus on the nature. That kind of helps you to start the habit of being present and being grounded.
So it's okay for me to feel my stress and feel my anger,
Sure.
and then allow and be present and mindful.
Yes. Well, the reason we feel anger or stress or happiness, sadness, whatever it is, that's why we came here to feel the life of contrast. But we forgot how to feel. So, in order for us to remember who we are, we have to go through that sadness and anxiety and depression, because when we came to this life, said, hey, find a way to remind me of I am not just this physical body. I am all that is. I am mind, body, spirit, and to remember that your mind is a tool that you can navigate yourself through this body and the physical life.
Okay. So you said something again, another key, and what you're talking about is right now with the practical practices is what mindfulness is, which is, and dialectic behavior therapy and cognitive behavior therapy is being mindful, being present, and feel the feelings without reacting, without lashing out at someone because I'm scared or angry, right? But sit with it and feel it,
Yes.
right? And in today's world, we do distract ourselves because we don't want to feel.
Yes.
We overeat, shop, do all kinds of different things to get distracted from feeling, right?
Right. That's why we react. That means when we react, we are repeating what the person did to me in the reflection. That's why we call it react.
Yeah.
So why would I react something that caused me to eat and hurt myself or to go through trouble? But when I'm present, I won't react that. If I react, I reacted in a more higher vibration, more positive, reaction.
Okay. So I'm angry. I will take the time to feel it, but focus on flower, focus on a candle, and sit with it for 10-15 minutes.
Yes.
Now, whatever I do after this, I'm reacting from the light instead of from the dark.
As soon as you feel that you're angry, as soon as you feel you're angry, you call the light and say, I'm angry, I'm feeling it. What is the message to this anger? Okay?
What's my lesson?
Right. What is my lesson? You know, did I take things personal? Did I judge myself? Why am I angry? What happened? The more you question, the more you hear your spirit, your soul. You know, and because I always believe that through this breath, we never got this connection from source, from the light that we talk about. So as soon as you pause, and as soon as you feel it, okay, well, I'm angry, that means I'm separating myself from the light. Why I'm doing that? What is the lesson that I need to learn, that not to have a fear of separation, you know, not to have a fear of this lesson. That's why I'm separating myself, because I want to go in hiding. All kind of questions, when you're aware of it, the light would show you the way.
And that's what you mean about trusting.
Yes.
That is the trust.
Trust.
Yes.
That's part
Trust
of
the light.
spirituality. Yes.
Which is, you know, a lot of religions call it faith, right? Having
Yes.
faith, and that's having that faith to sit with yourself in the feelings and get through the darkness into the light, and then become more evolved than how you were 15 minutes ago with the anger and that experience.
Yes. Personally, myself, I embrace it. When there is something that is upsetting me, I said, thank you, God, because there's something within me that is blocking me from my light. And when I get to that point, then I don't think straight. I don't think clear. I don't want to be in that space. So embrace it, no matter what it is. No matter what it is. I know it could be something really difficult, you know, lose a family member, whatever it is. Your faith, as you said, the faith has to be so certain that you are being taken care of, and there is a higher energy. It's above you, and there is it's something that you're going to overcome it, because in truth there is no such a thing as death. It's only transitioning to the higher frequency, or light, or different space in time.
So when you were talking about feeling the feeling, sitting with it, right? That made me think of the feminine and masculine energy. And I know that
Everybody is like confused about feminine.
it's so confusing, and I've been trying to understand it for years. However, I do understand that both males and females, we have both energies, and both are important. It's not like because I'm female I shouldn't
There's
have
no
the masculine.
separation.
No separation. However, so I know as a female, between work and all the things I got to do every day, I think I tap more into my masculine energy, and I don't think I'm the only person. I think a lot of women of this generation, we are,
Even male.
even males. So
Yeah.
let's start with the women. Since as a female, how can I keep myself balanced and not forget about my feminine energy, and how can I tap into that more?
So as a mother, you always want to do and do and do and do. But let's say, for example, when you're in a relationship, you don't want to act like a mother.
I know, it's
You're
so
a
hard.
partner. So when you act like a mother,
Yeah.
that means your feminine energy is exceeding your masculine energy. So you have to bring that to balance. Let's say you want to go out, and your partner would ask you, where would you like to go? You say, well, any place you like. No, because then again your feminine energy is it's over, you know, overtaking your masculine energy. So, or if your partner calls and the partner is upset, don't take it personal and just say, well, maybe I did something. You stand up and just say, would you like to talk about it? I feel that you're upset about it. Take in charge, take control.
But isn't
That
that
would
more
be-
masculine?
Yeah, because we want to go to feminine and masculine in the relationship. Depends what the masculine is doing, depends on what the feminine is doing. It's kind of like you bring it into the scale. Has to be balanced. So if you give, you're away from your masculine energy. So bring that to balance. Yes, you can be tough and rough, sometimes you have to say no, as a mother, yeah, it's hard to say no sometimes, and you just have to say no, because I see it as, okay, I'm taking charge, because I don't want to give love all the time. It's good to give love, but it has to be balanced too, and I have to be assertive too. I'm not saying guys that don't feel, or guys that they're assertive all the time. Even they have to work on their feminine, masculine. Society confused us. They said separation. You're girls, you're guys, you're this, you're that. And that's why people, they got confused about this energy of feminine and masculine. Yeah. It's all about balance.
Okay. Balance. And we keep our balance by, what are some simple daily practices that we kind of touch on, sitting with the feelings, feeling it, trusting the feeling, and knowing there's light on the other side of anger.
Have a robot with 2x4 at your neck.
I need that.
AI. No, I'm just kidding, guys, girls. No. For me, present. You have to be present.
That's scary.
Try to notice, when you go for a walk. Notice where you are. Notice the temperature. Feel how you feel. Again, there's a tool in the book that you write down. You write down your unconscious thoughts, and then you look at it and say, how do I feel when I tell myself that? When you wake up in the morning. So there are ways to practice. If you cannot focus, maybe get a candle, stare at the candle for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever you can, without having any thoughts to come through. The more you practice, the more you build your muscles. You go to the gym, you work hard on your body, but the mind is somewhere else. So when you come from the gym, you need to build your muscles through your mind too. So be aware, be conscious when you're upset, not to eat too much. And if you upset, you question it. When you question it, then you want look for the pacifier or something to calm you down, because it's going to calm you down just for the short time, but in truth, in the base of the help me out.
In our core,
in our core, thank you.
It's still sitting there and festering.
Yes.
When we distract.
It could be from past life too. Some things we bring from before. Yeah.
So when you say feel it and sit with it and be present, and you said question it. So if I'm angry, I don't say, why am I angry, and judge myself or judge the other person who made me angry
or something.
Correct.
I just say,
how do I question?
Why I'm feeling this? What is it that I need to know about myself, instead of pointing fingers? Because as soon as we get angry with people, we just say it's their fault.
It's everybody else.
That's why we have war.
Okay. So it's about self-discovery as opposed to pointing fingers.
Yes.
It's very powerful stuff.
And you're that power, remember? You can do it. I believe in you. You can do it. If you're watching this, you're ready. If you're watching this, you can feel, you can love, you can receive, you can give. Your balance, But don't be hard on yourself. Just take your time. Take one step at a time. And whatever is happening in the world, you look at it, go inward, and just say, do I have war with myself? Do I have war with my mother? Do I have war with my father? Do I have war with my siblings? Do I have war with everything that I'm experiencing? In that space, when you question yourself, then you understand where the world mentality is, where it's coming from. So that way you can calm yourself down and then work on yourself, because the more you change your energy field, the more you're at peace, the world can feel you.
Wow.
Nature can feel you. Animal kingdom can feel you. The people that are starving, they can feel you, and you calm them down, you feed them through your changing from the dark to the light, or through remembrance of who you truly are.
Well, this is so deep, and we could talk hours. I cherish these conversations with Afie, and we decided to share some of it with you. Before we sign off, can you again say your book again?
Expressway to Clarity.
Expressway.
It's on
Clarity.
Amazon and afilarimer.com, and we put the information on the link if you like. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kissing you. Bye for now.
Bye.
Would you ruin it?